Name your top 5 great sounding records.
I think the early Elton John albums that were done by Robin Cable in England were brilliant, and they really set the standard for a long, long time. The Jeff Emmerich records, the Beatles records, you listen to those, they sound great. Who else do I like? I like Metallica. Metallica is a really great sounding band, and their records sound really, really great. Who do I like today? That's a good question. Who do I like today? What have I listened to lately that I liked? I like a lot of the kids. There's a kid, Sufjan Stevens, and he does really great records, and they sound really, really great. But here's someone who's in total control of what they do, and they do it all themselves. There was a guy named Emmett Rhodes in the 70s who did the same thing, who made just brilliant, brilliant records, and he did it all himself. He played everything himself. He recorded it all on an 8-track, and he just made brilliant, brilliant records that sounded fantastic. I've heard records that were done on, an 8-track cassette recorder that were brilliant. It's not the medium. It's the person. It's what you hear in your head, and I think that's really what makes the difference with different engineers. George Massenburg, the greatest engineer to ever live, because here's a man, you can take anything that he's ever recorded and you can play it on anything, and it sounds great. At JBL, they have a fantastic laboratory, and they have a listening room, and they bring people in to listen to speakers, and it's all done in mono, and there's like a black mesh, and behind it are 5 speakers, and you push a button and it's playing music, and a speaker will come to the front, and you can listen to that, and then you push another button and a different speaker comes to that same spot, so you can listen to the same piece of music. When you listen to a George Massenburg piece, it's hard to tell which speaker is which, because it just sounds so good on everything. So he hears that in his head, and people ask me, about recording. I say it's only what I hear. I do what I hear. If I hear that something needs more mid-range, I add more mid-range. If I hear that something's too bright, I bring it back. The way I hear balances and space are just the way just the way I hear it. Other people hear it differently, and so their records come out differently. My partner, Mark Bingham, who is so brilliant, our stuff sounds so unbelievably different, just completely, completely different, and we have different ways of doing it. I think you just keep practicing. With time comes a lot of these skills.